What's up YouTube? V8's back with another video review. Up for review today we have the latest release from Sideshow Collectibles and its small scale statues, being the Thor Frog Diorama. This statue has a limited edition of 1500 and this particular example happens to be number 575. Let's start by looking at the box. The box is pretty simplistic and small given the size of the statue. However, it does the job well. The front and the back have pictures of the character, and the sides have the Thor Frog script written in a nice looking design. Straightforward, nothing too spectacular. This statue does not have an exclusive, so there is no exclusive sticker on it. Can you smell the freshness of a new statue? I love it. Once you open up the box, this is what you get. The entire statue is packed in the high density foam. They've used, as you can see, some paper to ensure that the paint doesn't rub off. And I was scared of a bit of breakages because of how small this statue is. But fortunately, I didn't have to suffer any of that because of how well the packing was. In terms of assembly, assembly is pretty straightforward. The statue comes in one piece right out of the box. Now this is something I appreciate, but I understand it's not something we can get with all our statues, given some of the display options that Sideshow likes to give us. Before we start with the review, I need to make a confession. Before this release from Sideshow, I had no idea about this character. And I did a bit of background research. Now the character's name is Simon Walterson, and this is a play on the actual creator's name, which is Walter Simonson. The first appearance of this character was in Thor number 364, which was released back in February 1986. Now at first I thought this character was actually a joke by Sideshow and it did not really exist, and then I figured that it may be one of those instances where Loki created a spell and transformed Thor into a frog. But actually this is a standalone character and has nothing to do with the actual Thor. A bit of research also indicated that the Thor frog, or Throg as some people call him, is one of the few that was actually deemed worthy and was able to carry the hammer of Thor. His actual hammer isn't Mjolnir. It is in fact a shroud of the real Mjolnir that transformed into Frogjolnir, I think, as they call it, once the character was deemed worthy. So it's an actual character. It's from a phase where Marvel was, clowning around back in the early 80s or late 80s, and that's about it for the history. Now let's review the statue. The statue is small scale and was released alongside the recent release from Sideshow in the premium format Thor. The statue has a good amount of detail, fully sculpted. It depicts the character sitting on a broken log, and is honestly very nice and was quite surprising. It also represents great value for money. This statue is about $99. I personally got it with my international vouchers, so I got $50 off, and it was in total $80, so excellent value for money. Great amount of detail despite the size. Paint apps are amazing. No bleed. I wish we could get some of the premium formats with this insane amount of detail and quality control. But unfortunately, I would have think the smaller the statue, the harder QC would be. But Sideshow proved me wrong and released a really nice figure for the size. Would I recommend the statue? Hard to say. Now, if you're a real die-hard Thor fan or a Marvel fan, then you might as well get it. Personally, I got it because I thought it would be a great companion piece for my Thor. I would rate this an A+. because the insane amount of detail and quality control with the paint apps. So definitely get it if you're a fan. To wrap up, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate if you'd like, share, comment and subscribe. I really welcome feedback, and I'm always looking for ways to improve my videos. Until I see you next time, this is V8 tuning out.